kind of bored for a little while now. It's been a slow day at work, honestly. And since I haven't done anything live or really much of anything on my channel for several months, I thought I would go ahead and just come on and just see how y'all are doing, kind of give you an update. Things have just been kind of, I guess, low key here where I'm at. Still do the same old job that I always have been doing. I do more delivery now than really the ride share, Uber and Lyft. I've kind of become a hermit, honestly. I don't like to be around people that much anymore. So for me personally, I just enjoy doing the delivery side of it. I'm back to doing Instacart. I stopped doing it back in like 2021. I got really, really tired of doing Instacart. I got burned out really, really bad. But like the week after Christmas, I thought, well, no, I better go ahead and get back to it, because it's like when things are slow on DoorDash or Grubhub or whatnot, I can at least be doing Instacart shopping for people, and it hasn't been too terribly bad. So it's just been kind of a slow day out and about, and it's really cold. It's going to be like raining later on. But yeah, last time I think I came on live, I shared, the situation with my father-in-law. Sadly, he passed away about 5 months ago. It was August 9th that we lost him. And it's been hard. It's been really, really hard. I've been going through a wilderness, I guess you might say. And I'm still in it. I'm stuck in the desert, and I just, as I'm going along, working my work day, I'm either listening to my sermons, or I'm listening to my playlist, which of course has Christian and secular music, but I've been adding a lot more old style Christian music, stuff that I haven't heard in a long time, from like the 90s and 2000s, people like Clay Cross, ones that I had forgotten all about. John Elefante, he's another good one. And so as I'm driving around, when I'm not listening to my sermons, I'm just listening to my playlists. And I guess you could say the Lord speaks to me when I'm just driving around, just working and stuff. And it's like, I don't know, the last 6 months has been really, really hard on me. I've just really, really struggled, and I haven't felt like doing anything. Haven't felt like coming on, doing any of my music stuff. I'm hoping to get back to my music sometime this year. A lot with the family and everything. There's a lot that's being changed. We live in a really, really big house. It was a board and care home when we bought it 10 years ago, and things have progressed to a point that, in order for me and my husband to actually make our marriage work, we are remodeling our house. And we're like turning it, I guess what you would call, into a duplex. And so we are we're taking the back end of our house, and of course it's a big house. There's still, you know, plenty of other rooms for the other people that live there, but for me and my husband to have our own space and just be separate from the the other people that live there. um we're doing quite a bit of changing, and so far it's been going pretty good. Me and my mother-in-law, we switched bedrooms actually, and because she was in the back of the house that we are taking completely over. And so the room that we moved out of, we got our furniture out of there and we repainted the whole room for her. And then we've got two rooms. We've got a full kitchen, a full bathroom, and then also a door that shuts us off from the rest of the house. Plus I have like my own front door that I can, you know, come and go once we get everything finished. And so we got one room painted. It's pretty much all done. We've got a little bit of stuff left to do, but we have the kitchen that we've got to redo. We're like repainting, doing just a whole bunch of stuff to actually make it into a separate dwelling place, I guess you could say. And you know, his mom still lives with us. And of course we've got other people. You know, I've got two other brother-in-laws that live there. One is permanently disabled now. About the time that my husband had his heart attack back in June, the other brother had a stroke, and he's permanently disabled. He's in a wheelchair. And so it's just hard. It's really, really hard. This is not something that I ever imagined that I would be living through. But, you know, I guess I have to say, with God's grace, he is making a way for me to be able to bear it, because it's been really, really hard. So I would just I would ask for your guys' prayers that as we continue on in this journey, my husband and I, in, you know, creating a separate space just for me and him, that there will be no more attacks from the enemy, because I do feel, with everything that has just been piled on top of us, it just seems like one thing after another. You know, at first I wasn't really looking at it like, you know, well, this could be an attack from the enemy. But then I kind of sat and thought about it, and I'm like, you know, maybe this is. And it's like, obviously God's allowing it for whatever reason. And so maybe to build character in me, I don't know. I can honestly say my character has not been very strong. That's probably why you guys haven't seen me for a while, is just because I'm just dealing with a lot emotionally, mentally, you know, trying to adapt, adjust to a new way of life, so to speak. But anyways, I haven't forgot about you guys. I think about you all. Some of you I am still in contact with. You know, we keep in touch through, you know, either Facebook or you know, text messaging, you know, that sort of thing. But I know I have kind of hermited myself away, you know, and maybe that's just part of this phase, this growing phase that God has me in. It's like I'm talking to God all the time in my head, and It's like I can be real with God. It's like other people don't always know what I'm thinking because I don't share my inner thoughts a lot with people, but God knows exactly what I'm thinking. He knows when I'm having a really, really bad day and my thoughts aren't too wholesome, but I know where my salvation is, and my salvation is in Jesus Christ, that no matter the day that I'm having, thank God my salvation is not based on my performance, my merits, um, how I act, and the things that I do or don't do because I should be doing them, but I'm not doing them. I mean, thank God, I can just rest in Jesus Christ and know that he's got me. And, if I come back in a year from now and look back over this difficult time that me and my entire family has been going through, I will probably be able to see growth. It's like right now, I know God is doing a work in me. I get angry because I don't want this journey. I'm just like, well, how come I can't just grow without having to go through emotional pain and trials and all these things, right? And so, but the Lord's going to do what he's going to do. And the one thing that I think he reminds me of is, Wendy, stop kicking against the pricks, and I do that, and I'm sure we've all done that. We do not like a situation that is going on in our lives, and we are fighting it so hard, and we all know we do it. And the things that are in your life that you are kicking against the pricks on, because it's like you, in your independence or in your stubbornness, and of course I'm talking about me, but I think we all deal with this, us in our stubbornness and wanting to feel like we have control of our lives. We don't want this situation, that whatever it is that's going on in our lives, we don't want it at all, and we're telling God we don't want this, and but yet he's not moving us out. It's like he's riding the storm with us. We know that we're not alone, but it's like we just want this trial to end, and it's like we're fighting so hard against it. And it's almost like, and maybe it's because we're stubborn by nature. That's our fallen human nature. If we would just give up and just say, okay, Lord, whatever it is that you need me to learn from this or accomplish through this, character building trait or whatever, honestly, we would probably get through it a lot quicker than what we're experiencing now. And for me personally, because I am I'm kind of like a control freak. I don't like feeling that things are out of my control, because it messes with me really bad. And it's like, yeah, there's things that the Lord will allow me to have a fair amount of control over, but then there's other things like, and I don't know if I even shared this, and I do have to keep information to a minimum, but on the last day of vacation, both of my sons, which is mine and my husband's children, the oldest and the youngest, they were riding in the oldest's truck, and me and my husband, we were in our truck, and we had one more overnight to to spend, and then all the next day drive, then we were going to be home. And we'd had just such a wonderful, wonderful vacation, got to see the grandbaby. And my oldest son fell asleep at the wheel and almost killed himself and our youngest child. And I was in shock. My husband was just absolutely hysterical. He's crying, not understanding, because, you know, text messages with the oldest son just, we were like in a bad area, you know, poor reception. And so he's thinking that the youngest son is dead. And I don't know. I still don't understand my reaction. It's just like I was just calm. It's like maybe a part of me detached. I mean, I still remember everything that happened. But with that accident, he almost, I mean, he was able to wake up enough to swerve so that he didn't hit head on with a semi truck, but it completely totaled the truck. They walked away with just a few scratches. And I absolutely know, and of course, a week before that, my husband had the heart attack. We were at Danny and Patsy's house visiting them when my husband has a heart attack. And so he was in the hospital, had to have 2 stents put in. And then a week later, we almost lose both of our children. And that messed me up really, really bad, because all I could think about is I have no control to save my children. If God is going to take my children, he's going to take them. And it's like, I know now how my mother must have felt when she lost my brother. And it's like, I've probably been going through some grief with this, honestly, you know, because it's only been 6 months. And of course, you know, my son is doing better. He finally was able to get another car. I helped him with that. I went to work with him every day so that he could save up and get a car, you know. But it's like, as a mother, I worry about him. You know, I don't want to lose my son. And so it's like, a lot of times I just pray and I just beg God to just keep him alive, keep him safe, because I don't know if God's going to protect him another time. It's like, this is like the 3rd bad accident he's been in where he should not be alive. And, you know, so it's just like not having control to be able to protect my children. That's what's really hard for me, because all my boys are grown now. And I guess in a way I've been preparing myself that I'm going to be burying my son, you know, and that's really hard on me, because it's like half of my brain is telling me, no, that's never going to happen. God's not going to take your son, you know. But then I guess there's just a human part of me that it fears this, you know, it really, really does. And it's like, I think, you know, would I be able to survive that, you know? And it's like, I don't want to be in my mother's shoes. And, you know, it seems like the older I get, the more I turn into my mother. And it's like, I don't want to be my mom in that aspect. I really don't. I don't want to lose my children, any of them. And so just been a hard last 6-7 months. So if you guys wouldn't mind, you know, just keep me in prayer. And, you know, maybe a song will come through this, you know, as far as what God has brought me through. But yeah, it just was kind of a little bit boring morning. And so I thought, well, I'll go ahead and just come on and talk with you guys, let you know I'm still here, I'm still around, even though I haven't, you know, done any kind of live streams or Bible studies or anything like that. just haven't really had it in me, honestly, to do it. Although, I still do my own personal Bible study every day, and listen to sermons and listen to my Christian music. But yeah, thought I wanted to just let you know that I'm still here. I think about you guys. Leave me comments. I see Sister Celine is I'm reading your messages. Yeah, I don't go into any groups. I don't have the patience for that, because I'm still just as staunch on the gospel, and if I start reading heresy, I'll get really upset. And so it's just like, pick your battles. I don't, because it's like I don't have time to just get into endless arguments and debates with people. I really don't. So really haven't been on Facebook all that much, other than to play my little Facebook game that I play every day. But anyways, well, better get going. I've got about another hour and a half, and then I am done with my work day. So all right, you guys, take care. God bless. And I'm hoping later this year, once our new house gets done, hopefully it'll be done this year, then I'll be able to mentally and emotionally, settle into my new way of life, and really get back into concentrating on music, and hopefully get a new song out for you guys to listen to. Because I know for me, when I'm listening to music, the Lord really, really speaks to me through music. And at least that's something that I can give back to people. And it's like, I don't know from one day to the next or whatever who hears my music, but if it can help somebody that's in a dark place, just like some of the songs that I listen to, it helps me when I'm in a dark place. That's God working through that person, and that's how I want God to use and work through me. So all right, you guys, take care. God bless. I love you. And just remember, if you don't know the Lord, he is the only means and hope of salvation. There is no other name under heaven whereby we must be saved but the name of Jesus Christ. And there's a whole lot of wackadoo religions out there, where you just be a good person. That's not going to get you to heaven. It's really not. It's faith alone in Christ alone, plus nothing. And that's why, even when you're having a bad day, you can just rest in Jesus' finished work on the cross for you. All right, you guys, take care. God bless, and we'll see you next time.